What's up, action takers? The community of doers. I hope you're doing fine. Episode 35, week 35, 52 weeks. Here we come. Now, malleability or malleable. That's the word that I want us to focus on this 35th episode. Now, what do we mean by the term being malleable? The term malleable refers to the ability of something to be shaped, modeled, or altered without breaking it. It is commonly used in both physical and a metaphorical context. Now, even before I go deep into this word and to really understand what do I want us to take or what do I want us to learn and implement, or what concept am I trying to build around this term malleability, let me invite you to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to continue seeing things of this nature that make you rethink the way you look at life. And that's all we are here to do. Join this community as we go on a journey to rethink and always grow on how we look at the world and how we interpret the environment that we are in, for us to be able to get the most of what we are doing. And that's the whole thing that we're doing here, building a community of like-minded individuals around the concept of rethinking conventional mentality and making sure that you don't become obsolete by sticking to old behaviors that are irrelevant. So every now and then and every day, it's a constant growth and a constant journey of just asking yourself, is what I'm doing serving me any good to where I want to go? That's why I called it rethink conventional mentality. Good. Now, subscribe. So, malleability is the ability to change shape or form without breaking. That word can be used in different contexts. Let me look at it. I'm sure most of you have heard that word from chemistry. Metals are malleable, meaning they can be shaped into different shapes. We also talk about metals being ductile, the fact that they can be molded into wires. So, but that's not what I want us to look at. But I think to a larger extent, that is the root of that word. That's where it came from. But now, translating it to how I want to use it metaphorically here. So, malleability as a metaphor is looking at the ability of you as a person being able to change in different shapes and form without breaking yourself. And what do I mean by that? Now, or what are aspects in our lives that we need to apply the concept of malleability in? One, you need to be malleable in your mindset. Two, you need to be malleable in your behavior. Three, you need to be malleable in the way you do your things, how you take the actions, how you build relationships, how you execute on what you're doing. So those are the different aspects in your life that you need to apply this concept of malleability, in that you need to understand, or you need to have the capabilities to change the shape or the form without actually breaking the core value or the core principle. Now, a malleable mind implies, I'm reading quote unquote for context, a malleable mind implies someone who is open to learning, flexible in their thinking, and willing to adapt to new information and perspective. Let me read that again. A malleable mind implies someone who is open to learning, flexible in their thinking, and willing to adapt to new information or perspective. Now, there is a word that has come up there that I am going to put a lot of emphasis on: adaptability. To a larger extent, I think that your ability to be malleable highly depends on your ability to adapt, or your adaptability capabilities. Because if you have to change with the changing world in the right manner, it means that you have to be able to adapt with the new ways of doing things, with the new technologies that are coming, and with the new perspectives that this ever-changing world is bringing to our attention, or this world that is ever-changing is bringing to us. So adaptability is very, very key for you to embrace a malleable mindset. If you have to be the person who can be able to fit in any environment above everyone, then you have to have the ability to adapt. And by this, I think adaptability, you can look at it from a point of how fast can you adapt. There is a concept in marketing or production where we talk about early adopters. When a new technology comes into the market, when a new product comes into the market, there are those people who we call the early adopters. Those people who easily integrate into that. And there are other people who are a bit conservative, but when they see that that thing is working to the early adopters, now they start now taking up that. So in here, we are placing a lot of emphasis on you being an early adopter. Because one, I think there is an obvious advantage to that. If that thing blows up in the positive direction, because there are two ways to that, then you're going to have the first movers advantage. And I bet you don't want to miss on that. I bet you don't want to miss on that. Now, that's the whole point of having a malleable mindset and the importance of that. Something else, your personality. And there is a tweak to this, because who you are as a person really need to be constant if you have to build trust among your customers, among your partner, among your people, and a person who, you can't be a person who says this today and says that the other thing tomorrow. So this is something that is it's quite critical when you look at it, because if people have to trust you, then you have to be consistent in what you do and what you say. What you do must reflect what you say, and what you say must reflect what you do, and that can only be proved after a long period of time. That is the only way you can prove or you can build trust, is doing what you say long enough for people to trust you. But also, we are being encouraged here to be malleable in our personalities, because you are growing, and you might grow into a space where you need to become a different person for you to operate better in that space. And that is where now you need to have a malleable personality. You don't need to stick to behaviors that are going to limit you into this new space or into this progress that you have made. If there are some personalities that you had that are not serving you good here, they need to go. You need to adapt to the new environment, and if it calls for you to let go of some personality, then you have to work your way through that. Interesting. Now, let me also look at malleability as growth. It symbolizes potential and adaptability. Just as a piece of clay can be made into different shapes, a malleable person or situation is open to evolution and transformation. It's difficult for you to transform. It's difficult for you to be transformed if you cannot be changed into different shapes or forms within the context of your human nature. Embrace the capabilities of you to change. Embrace change. Change is inevitable. Don't be rigid. Don't be rigid. And I don't want to over-explain this. It's a very simple concept that is calling for you. It's calling for you to embrace the capabilities of adapting to new environment, adapting to new perspectives, adapting to new technologies, and just growing and allowing yourself to evolve, to prevent you becoming obsolete, or irrelevant. And we understand in this technological era, in this technological revolution, and artificial intelligence and everything that is happening, we are seeing the world moving so fast. And that's why I think this is so much important for you to be able to be adaptable as fast as possible. But remember, you need to maintain your core principles and your core values as a person. But the things that are not serving you good, you know what to do about it. Now, I want to balance this. I want to balance this by saying that it is important to balance malleability with firmness. While flexibility is beneficial, a complete lack of firmness in value or boundaries can lead to instability or manipulation. As much as we are embracing the ability to adapt into different environments, you have to be firm in what you believe to be true about yourself. You have to be firm in what you believe to be true about your own environment. And that's why I'm talking about the core values that make you as a person. The personality, the characters, the principles, the boundaries, those has to stick. Those have to stick. So strike a balance between the ability to adapt and the firmness to sticking to who you are, because that is what builds trust. Now, I want to read something that I found on TikTok here, and it's interesting. There's a person who posted this, and I thought it was very powerful that I should share with you. The person is called Zeki Faith, and I just check him out. He has interesting perspective you can look at, and it's just he wrote something about the fall of Nokia, and we say it's good in life to learn both from the successes and also the setbacks. And this was a blow for this very big tech giant company, Nokia, and it has been acquired by Microsoft as we speak now. And this is what he said, and this is the last thing I do. I just read you this, and I think we're good to go. The silent fall of a giant. A lesson in adaptation. During the press conference announcing Nokia's acquisition by Microsoft, the CEO ended his speech with a haunting truth. We didn't do anything wrong, but somehow we lost. As these words hung in the air, his entire management team, himself included, teared up. Nokia has been a powerhouse, a brand synonymous with innovation and trust. Yet, despite not making obvious mistakes, they fell behind. The world changed too fast. Competitors moved quicker. Adapted smarter, and evolved relentlessly. Nokia, on the other hand, missed the shift. They didn't seize the moment, didn't evolve in time, and ultimately they lost. Not just the market dominance, but their very survival. The hard truth is change or be left behind. Change or be left behind. Yesterday's advantage can become obsolete by tomorrow's trends. You don't have to fail to lose. If your competitor outpaces you, you will fade into irrelevance. Choosing to change is giving yourself another chance. Being forced to change is a sign you've already lost. I'll say that again. Choosing to change is giving yourself another chance. Being forced to change is a sign you've already lost. Those who refuse to learn, adapt, and grow will one day find themselves obsolete. Complacency is the silent killer of progress. The cost of not evolving is far greater than the effort it takes to stay ahead. The cost of not evolving is far greater than the effort it takes to stay ahead. Always improve yourself, stay hungry, stay relevant. I like that. Thank you very much for following up to this point. See you on the next one, and subscribe.